Good evening. Housing Minister Bruce Flegg is under siege tonight, accused of hidden dealings with his lobbyist son. Jonathan Flegg has been stood down from his PR job.
But as Kathy Border reports, the minister has slammed the allegation as a vengeful attack by a SAC staffer with no evidence.
Long-time Conservative media staffer Graham Hallett was himself centre stage, with former boss Bruce Flegg his target, alleging he failed to disclose multiple dealings with his lobbyist son.
I don't believe that he is fit to hold the high office that he does.
Sacked yesterday for losing his boss's trust, Mr Hallett turned on Dr Flegg, claiming contact between the office and the minister's lobbyist son Jonathan was not stopped, and it was more regular than what was revealed at last month's budget estimate hearings.
But we're looking at certainly in excess of 35 contacts that haven't been disclosed.
The Roland PR company has stood Jonathan Flegg down pending an investigation. Mr Hallett says he warned Dr Flegg.
You are letting yourself open for a charge of misleading a committee of the Parliament. I beseeched Bruce Flegg to come clean on this.
He also claims diary entries released to the opposition suggested Minister Flegg was in the office when he was seeing patients.
But it will all come crashing down if you don't stop this sort of behaviour.
In Parliament, the minister rubbished the attack.
He produced not one shred of credible evidence. But this is a vengeful, bitter ex-staffer who wanted to take revenge and try and harm his former employer.
The Premier musing on if all Flegg father-son office contact was detailed.
Would you like to get a pizza, or are we going to that movie, or Dad, you owe me that $50?
Then another missive from Professor Clive Palmer, revealing closed party room talks about LNP funding and endorsements.
I take exception to these things.
He's stoushed with the government far from over, and he'll make sure the LNP hierarchy's cashed up to do it.
Well, I am, as much as it takes, you know. So as much as it takes to ensure the survival of the LNP as an organisation.
That's the suspended LNP member Clive Palmer. It doesn't end there. A formal complaint has been lodged with LNP headquarters against the Premier Campbell Newman by a member who also happens to be a Clive Palmer employee, one of his marketing managers. Now, he claims that the Premier has tried to remove the President, Bruce McIver, that he's tried to set up an alternative party, and the author Blair Brewster urges the party to censure Campbell Newman and to make an example of him. The government having nothing to do with this. It says it's completely untrue and utterly ridiculous, and it says that the government isn't focused on the increasingly bizarre behaviour of a billionaire concocting conspiracy theories. Bizarre sums up this day in state politics, another Clive King hit at his own party, and a sacked media man ratting on his former boss.
All sounds very messy. Thank you, Kathy Border, State Parliament.